So, last month, I was looking forward with escalating dread to my mother's funeral service. I love the way these are paired together. we don't talk about what we're going to talk about before we set up the schedule. And so, anyway, it was going to be an unwelcome reunion with my variety pack of personality disorders that I grew up with, my brother and sister. And I don't know if any of you read the DSM-5. The new edition coming out at the end of the month does not contain these diagnoses because these are undiscovered mental problems, never yet cataloged. And I felt worse and worse about it, and I thought, is there just some way that I can feel a little less uncomfortable about this? And I thought, if only they don't touch me. Because there's something about death or serious illness that makes people feel that it's suddenly okay, no matter what. Am I shouting? Am I shouting? Kind of loud. Whatever kind of disagreeable or hostile or even violent history you have with the person, the slate is washed clean when they put their arms around you, and I don't feel that way myself. I do believe in evolution, but not that we are directly related culturally to the bonobos who just caress away any kind of conflict. My boss is another example of this. She's the most dishonest and manipulative and undermining boss I've ever had in my life. But when she found out, and I wouldn't even have told her that my mother died except I needed the time off. And so she immediately embraces me. And like many shy people, I just have the two settings as far as responses to a situation like this, which is the numb acquiescence. And this was accompanied by the posture that I assumed coming back from Amsterdam into the Atlanta airport when the drug-sniffing dogs and the beefy cops came bustling by they stopped by my luggage, and the dogs were like, you know, like they're very, and so this posture. But my boss did not seem to understand that I was not reciprocating. So people do touch you, and you may find if you are in the situation of getting older without taking sufficient pains to correct your appearance so you maintain some semblance of gender, that people will touch you more. It's not sexual in the least. It is a tribute to your lack of sexuality. You should no more be responding with offense to this than the velveteen rabbit who has been cuddled to that state of dishevelment that I have achieved through my indifference to my appearance. So certain kinds of touch I'm okay with. I don't mind. I like the person who cuts my hair. And 10 years ago, the first time she cut it, she shampooing it and massaged my neck and the base of my skull. And I thought wearily, oh, I guess I'm supposed to feel pampered. And so the years passed, and I never said to her, you know, I really hate it when you do that. And then 5 years ago, she was diagnosed with a neurological condition which will ultimately result in the loss of use of her hands. That might have been a good point to say, by the way, but then I didn't want to make her feel that I didn't believe in her competence to give me the neck rubs that I didn't even want, so the neck rubs continue every month. So, in closing, I'd like to say that every sensible person knows not to touch dogs that you don't know very well, dogs who don't trust you. You kind of assess whether the dog welcomes your touch or is perhaps somewhat repelled and ready to bite. And I would say, in case of certain humans, if you see this expression or this posture, don't pet that stray.